let's talk about Model House, even though I don't want to. This is a movie about models in a house, and there's killers, and I don't give a shit, because this movie was terrible. Fucking Scout Taylor Compton, I was thinking about this. I, in fact, thought about making a video recently about how there's so many names in the genre now. These, household names to the genre fans that are just so unreliable. Like, over the last, 5+ years now, anytime I see certain names, it's 9 out of 10 films they make is just fucking trash. It's I get it. You're taking paycheck movies, but whatever. But with Scout in this, she produced this thing. So this is part of it. Now she probably did that for money or whatever, but I don't know, man. I just see Bill Moseley or Kane Hodder or any of these icon names, or even Robert Englund or Tony Todd or, Michael Berryman. You can go down the list. And yes, here and there, every once in a while, they'll give you some kind of movie that you're like, oh, wow, okay, that was pretty good. But for the most part, it's just these low budget films will hire them because they want to put them on the poster to sell them to us, and it's you're just flooding the market with shit, and you are damaging your brand because I don't want to watch anything with you anymore, right? Scout makes stuff all the time. Last year we watched Bury the Bride, another, a Tubi original. Fucking terrible.
We did watch one last year that we quite liked with her in it. That was a Christmas horror movie. We really liked that movie. It was a creature feature.
Yeah, that was great.
So she was in A Creature is Stirring, yeah.
Sure.
And she did a great job in that. And as far as her performance in this goes, I don't think it's a bad performance. I just think that
You mean the 5 minutes she's in it?
Yeah, I mean, she's not in it for long, but I think that the problem with this film is the script. I think that the story... And I think it's the script, the writing, and the directing that is bad. I don't think that any of the actors are necessarily terrible in any way. Obviously, there's a bit of cheesy performances going on, but that's not necessarily a bad thing in a movie like this. I just think that the overall plot has a lot missing from it. Primarily, like we talked about, the motivations of the villains feel very not fleshed out, and it makes it really hard to it's one of those films where you're just kind of frustrated watching it because of how silly it feels.
I just don't understand what the tone of the movie is supposed to be. So you're either going to go the schlocky route and you're going to make a movie about a bunch of models who are taking their tops off, and you're doing gory kills and this and that, and you're appealing to that audience. Or you're going to make a serious movie that has genuine scares, or is thrilling, or is exciting, or it has character stuff. You've got to pick something and go for it. I don't feel like this film has absolutely any success anywhere. They try to do dramatic stuff, the main character has something going on with her dad and something going on with this, and they try to kind of have some drama, and it's none of it works. None of it works, and it doesn't ever feel scary. It doesn't ever feel tense. It doesn't ever feel thrilling. And then it straight up takes shit away that it did. There's a kill in this movie that's pretty brutal in the way that it's shown. Now, it's not gory, but it's just something happens and where I actually was holy shit, that's a gnarly ass way to die.
Yeah.
And then 20 minutes later, that character is back and is totally fine.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely not. Absolutely not. Could this person possibly not be fucked up beyond recognition?
Yeah.
How the fuck are they back? And how the fuck are they fine? It makes zero fucking sense, and actually pissed me off. Because the film doesn't even commit to its fucking kills. It's that fucking lazy.
Yeah, a lot of times when we watch movies like this that, they have that corniness or whatever, they're kind of going for an 80s B-movie horror vibe, but we've talked about this before, that there is, you can't capture that charm intentionally. It almost has to happen as an accident, it feels. And part of I think a huge part of why like 80s, you know, B movies are so appealing is because of like the nostalgia factor. And they just like, there's a difference in how they look too. Like this film is very clean. And I think modern audiences, like, they do want their film to be, like, really crystal clear and everything. But, you know, like, when you're watching, like, an old 80s movie and it's, like, on film and it has, like, that grittiness and graininess, and then you have, like, all these people that are, like, doing bad acting and people are getting naked and people are getting killed. Like, there's a charm to that I think a lot of films try to emulate. I think this one tries to emulate that, but it also tries to go for, like, a commentary on social media and like what people do for followers and how people try to exploit their followers, and I felt that was very underdeveloped. It didn't feel very smart, but it felt like it was trying to be smart in some ways.
If this film was trying to emulate or harken back to or homage or any of that shit to the 80s, what the fuck? I didn't feel that at all. I mean, I felt like this was trying to be modern. Yeah, maybe it had influences from that generation, but it didn't fucking land any of them. This was just a horrendous script. I am usually pretty nice to lower budgeted shit, but because it had Scout, because it had other actors that I know, like the kid who played Flash in the Spider-Man movie, stuff like that, you know, and I think that they had some potential talent there with these people, right?
Yeah.
I know Scout is great. I think she's fantastic in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 especially. But this was just fucking trash to me. I hated this movie so fucking much.
Yeah,
and I typically don't get this angry, but I just feel like movies like this, I just genuinely don't understand what you're trying to do. Like, what's the point? What's the attempt here? Are you trying to be scary? Are you trying to have social commentary? Are you trying to, like, I don't get it. The script is the cheapest part of a movie. You can write any fucking thing you want. And I just am always blown away by how shit scripts can be.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually fucking blown away by that so often with these things. Like, I don't understand. Is it really that complicated to just swing for the fences, just say fuck it and try something else? Like, this is such a lazy ass fucking movie. It really just, I'm sorry. I'm done. I really, yeah.
Yeah,
These kinds of movies get my blood boiling because I just feel like they have literally nothing to say. I feel like they add nothing. And all they do is they dilute the fucking genre with yet another title that people should ignore. And it's like, I'm all for it. I've said this a million times. Try something and fail. And yes, while this is a failure, it doesn't feel like it tried anything.
Yeah.
It feels like it takes every fucking trope. It takes everything that has already been done. It tries zero new. It tries nothing interesting. It has nothing to say. It is completely fucking worthless.
Yeah.
And I hate that. I hate talking about a low budget film like this because I know people who worked on it will watch this and be like, fuck this guy. Well, fuck you. Because this movie is lazy. And I stick by that. This is a shit film. And I'm done.
Okay.
I'm in a bad mood. And this movie pissed me off. So there you go. Model House. If you want a better version of this, watch Girl House. That has a fucking killer that's terrifying. Okay? The killers in this, oh my god.
Yeah, they're
terrible.
not scary.
I'm done. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.